Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the deck collection review of all Sandra and Taylor decks. So I promised to do this deck collection. Very often I do deck collections by authors, and last night I posted the close-up review of the newest release, the Priestess of Light Oracle from Sandra and Taylor with Kimberly Weber doing the oil painting artwork. I did the close-up review and I said, you cannot go wrong with any Sandra and Taylor decks. If you could see, I have all four of her decks. I want to just give you a brief peek into each of the decks if you're not familiar with them. They were really easy. I have to credit, just to show, you know how many deck collection videos I have, how many close-up reviews I've done of decks. To do this deck collection review, it was so easy to get to the decks because I always keep her decks very easy access. Ever since I get one of her decks, I'm consistently using them. So you know how some decks you use for a period of time and you put them to the side, or if that kind of thing. All of her decks I've consistently used, so that says a lot. Like, they're always placed very easy access. Another thing I can honestly say is a lot of her decks fill the quote-unquote the gap between other decks that are on the market, because a lot of her decks are about energy, especially the Energy Oracle and the Quantum and the Akashic Tarot, this is a unique deck on its own. This opened when I bought it, all of these decks are so accurate. Her messages are always so expansive and beautiful, and most importantly, accurate. They're very accurate, and it also fills the gap of what you don't see on the market. There's not a lot about energy, and I'm all about the energy. So a lot of the times I use the energy cards alone or in my readings to get the feel of what the energy is. Akashic Tarot, when you want to tap into the Akashic Records, it is actually extraordinary. And so much so, often I do a monthly reading, and then I'll do an Akashic monthly reading, and this is like the exclamation mark confirmation of the other reading. So you can't go wrong with any of these decks. So let's start off with, and mind you, every one of these has a close-up review, okay? So with these three decks, they have 53 cards in a guidebook, and this one has 62. So for the most part, they all have 53. The first deck that I ever got was the Energy Oracle cards, 53 cards. When you want to tap into the energy, this was the first deck I ever got, started my obsession with her. All her guidebooks, they're beautiful, black and white picture, door to spirit. I love when it flips open, spiritual awakenings and new beginnings, right? It will give upright meaning, reverse meaning, and then she always adds an affirmation. I live for these affirmations. I love it. I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. Absolutely. So I love, some decks, I don't say you don't need the guidebook. You can use your intuition, especially if they have keywords on the cards. And by all means, you could still do that with her decks. But she is one of those that I recommend, just like I do with Tony Carmine's Salerno decks. Their guidebooks are so beautiful. I don't toss the guidebook to the side like I do often. Sometimes I don't when I'm doing readings for other people, but sometimes, I love their guidebooks. Okay, so never mind I tried to silver gild it. So you're going to see little specks of silver. That's not on the deck that you're going to get. These are brilliant, lovely blue cards. I think it's like with a jewel. It's just so exquisite, but I messed up. This is why I don't do gilding on my own anymore. But I'm not buying a new deck because it's already so in tune with my energy. I've had it so many years. So very often when I use these cards, some of my decks, people say, why don't you get a new deck? But it's lived a life with me already, and it's used to my energy, and it's very on target. So these energy cards are fabulous, and they're not all light and fluffy. Here you have attachment. I'll go quickly through. If you ever want to see a close-up review, I have them. Angel of Balance, all gentle, angelic. I love this victory card. I'll flip around. I won't show you every single one, but adjacent possibilities, we get a lot. Goddess of the Moon, all brilliant, beautiful. A woman holding a heart. I love this journey. Beautiful images, and you'll look it up in the guidebook by the number. Here, a woman holding a heart. You'll get very familiar with these cards right away. You'll know what that means. It's very easy to understand the meaning of the card. So this is something where you do learn the meanings very easily. You can apply it to your readings. You can then dive in if you want to the guidebook Oops, I love these images. They're just beautiful, colorful, beautiful images. And you can intuitively get right away when this comes out in a reading what this means. But her guidebook, her expanded meanings and affirmations are gorgeous. Like Broken Heart. See, they're not all, you know, it really taps into the energy. And I have to say, it is really on target. We get this a lot, the Magician and the Mirror. I was getting on the side, a spirit message, we're going forth more as a healed magician. We're also incorporating more of our higher self. So they said they're putting the magic and magician and the EMP and Empress, empowering the Empress, the magic and magician. And it's being reflected back to us, what we're pouring out now. I mean, so a lot of her messages, I also find kind of explanation mark. I love the chakras also. There's chakras here, so you can see what is being activated. Look, see here, financial constraints. We were getting that in the very beginning of the pandemic. So they're very accurate, and we emerged Angel of Strength, Thinking Woman, what are the steps to get out, and appreciation. So I have a real appreciation for this deck, and this is a deck that the minute I got it, I've consistently used. I usually use it with other tarot decks and oracle decks, and then this is the deck I use for the quote unquote the energy. What's the energy that's affecting this? And it ties into the reading absolutely. So that was the first that I personally got, the Energy Oracle. The next deck I personally got, where I'm jumping around, well, the quantum energy kind of takes off from the energy, so maybe I should show that, but the next one I had gotten was the Akashic in my own life. But Sandra and Taylor, the Quantum Oracle, again, 53 cards guidebook. This is about quantum energy. To me, I always refer to it as, it's the Quantum Oracle, but I always call it quantum energy. And the same thing, it's going to be a black and white picture, friends and colleagues, camaraderie, upright. It's going to have the reversed, oopsie, and that affirmation. The universe is filled with caring people. I open my life to their wonderful support. And it will have upright and reversed meaning and a black and white picture like all her decks. So this one, brilliant blue, I love this. And 53 cards again, and I love intuition and manifestation. This has been coming up a lot. And up here, there's suits. So this is spirit. There's consciousness. It's in suits. So you have intention, I believe, consciousness, spirit. You could see I use them. They're not in order. And these are brilliant. Again, they're close-up reviews of everything. I'll just skip around. But see how it says spirit? So they're suits, colored suits, intuition, and manifestation. You can get a whole quantum energy. Dark thoughts is the consciousness, spirit, the sacred temple. Here we have the energy, courage. A lot of these are coming up for now. Look at this. The consciousness is optimism. Yeah, and you flip, you know, in a reading, you can really get the quantum, and I call it the quantum energy. Again, friends, family, friends, guides. That's spirit card. And beautiful. Events, that was it. So they're color-coded, and there's a cycle. I know there's a cycle one. So events. Let me skip around. Consciousness. We were getting this a lot in the beginning, but we got out of that. A consciousness of lack. Intention. Look at that. Hidden motivations. Consciousness. Happy success. So this is fabulous also when you're talking about tapping into the here cycle. New beginnings. I mean, make no mistake, that's what's coming out now. So this has suits, and it's really the quantum energy of it. So you can also use this for an energy reading, your higher self. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful cards too. And this is the Quantum Oracle. I call it the Quantum Energy. So you could do a full reading with this because of the suits. You get the consciousness, the cycle, the, you know, everything that's affecting the time. Sometimes I use these cards alone, and it was really like you get the consciousness, the spirit aspect, you get whatever comes up, the cycle. So it's really all in one. This is very on target, and it takes it to another level. I'm telling you, all these decks, they fill that gap that other decks don't hit. I can't explain it. The Akashic Tarot. Okay, this is one of my favorite decks of all time, honestly. It is so accurate. It's so beautiful. It transports you. It's really deep. It is so, you go so high, and it encompasses so much. And then later when I do, like, say, a monthly Akashic Tarot record, I remember the card as the month progresses. It's really amazing. And then any other readings I do, it tends to be still supporting. This was like the exclamation mark, everything. So 62 cards in this. So remember, all the other ones have 53. So 53. This is her collaboration with Sharon Ann Klingler. Okay, so let's tap in here. For this, there'll also be an amazing guidebook. You're going to have to go in the guidebook because the sands of time, upright, reversed, and Akashic force. And I love, so instead of the affirmations, you have Akashic force. And I love this. Close your eyes and catch the energy of time. It feels almost as if you can write it as it flows through your day, lifting your excitement, your enthusiasm in your industry. Feel this now and realize that whatever you have to do, time is your gift and your tool. It is so gorgeous. You're going to want, this is a card that we got recently because we're all playing a piece rebuilding. In the industries, doing our work. I did an Akashic Records reading monthly, and the divine was helping us with the work, with the moves. Each little brick, step by step, that we're doing right now is building something brilliant. So, and the Akashic Tarot. So you're going to want, this is a deck you're going to have to go in the guidebook because it doesn't follow tarot, or it's a system on its own. You're not going to understand the meaning. It kind of resembles some of it like pentacle energy or cup energy, like the King of Roses reminds me of the King of Cups, but it's a very beautiful, expansive, different meaning. For the roses, he's walking with love and with courage and bringing that, how are you going to bring that to the world and what you're doing. So some of them, as you learn the deck, use the deck, you're going to get more familiar with the cards, but it's not typical, just King of Cups. It's not equivalent to anything else. Did I show you the backs of the cards? Beautiful. Okay, so again, there are 62 cards in here. So you do a reading alone with this. I mean, it will on target. So this was the one we got, intricacies in industry for the time now, that each one of us right now is being guided with what's the brick to lay? What are we doing? Each one of us playing a part, and we're building together this brilliant new, beautiful, this is a beautiful new cathedral being built, figuratively, what we're doing in the world around us, each one focusing on our own work, and look at what we're building new here. But I'll just flip around. And so this, it reminds me of, scrolls is like work to me, but, you'll have your little tricks of remembering. King of Forces, we were getting everything in the universe is supporting you, running through you right now. We were getting a lot. So these are color coded. You look up the meaning in the book. And this is on the cover of the Queen of Scrolls, but it is so deep, so meaningful. I love two worlds. This is like bringing in the spiritual into the physical. What I always say, 1 foot on the physical, one tapped in higher, and you're bringing it in, trying to work the two worlds together, being that bridge. But so you'll get a little used to it, but you do have to go into the guidebook. We were getting this a lot, that we're blooming new things here. The artwork is stunning, but it also takes you into another world, and it's really deep and it's really accurate. And the muse, we were getting a lot because we're being so activated to be so creative right now, and literally ideas and inspiration is literally blowing in the winds. Like we are that high priestess at work, getting those divine ideas. Empress, magician, high priestess at work, that I always call you, that we're the muse, we're doing the outpouring. We were getting this before, that we're not going to be in that karmic trench anymore. We're getting out. This is divine force. It's just really, really amazing. I love this. We were getting this a lot, that it looks like everything got ransacked, and for a while, like last year, that's what our world felt like. But look, there's all that we need is right there, that we are illuminated, and we can it's just a gorgeous message. These are all the forces behind us. It's just really exquisite, really deep. We were getting this a lot. We're supposed to embody the King of Keys. This reminds me of the King of Pentacles, maybe, but to a new horizon, to be strong. What are you going to rule, take more ownership in your physical life? We had that. So you get a little familiar, but you're going to want to go into this. We got a lot of working cards, and divine support to build something else. This is gorgeous. This we got in the beginning. It was like we were meant to answer the call. We were literally being called to rise up in the fullness of all we are, like a year ago or so. Really, really gorgeous and really deep. We were getting this a lot when we were in lockdowns. Oh, gosh. But you're going to find it is so, this is the high priestess of work to me when she's getting her intuition. But anyway, look at how beautiful, and look at how beautiful. We'll end it there. But so this does have suit colors, but it doesn't correlate to just cups. Pentacles, you know, little slightly, but not at all. And it's tapping into the Akashic Records, so it's very deep, very accurate. It will amaze you. It will amaze you. It has never failed to amaze me. But you're definitely going to want to go in this guidebook, Paths Unknown. Upright, remember, reversed, and you want that Akashic force, because it feels like it's going through you. Like, look, the King of Scrolls, the one who's on the cover. Let me give you the Akashic force. So of this woman that's on the cover, the Akashic force, like at the end of the reading, to know, close your eyes and feel the Queen of Scrolls approach. As she hands you a scroll, your greater mind awakens. Feel the sparkling brilliance there. I want you to feel brilliant. Okay, so the very last one is the Priestess of Light, which is the last close-up review I did on my channel. It's the newest deck. I pre-ordered it. It had me at Priestess of Light. It had me at Sandra and Taylor, like it had me at Hello. You can't go wrong with any of her decks. The Priestess of Light, I call you all and myself a high priestess at work. I love the strength. There's a lot of strong animals. It's a blend. The artwork is stunning. It's oil paintings by Kimberly Weber. 53 cards in here as well. The artwork is like soft and strong at the same time, touching earth. I love the meanings. There are no pictures in here. Planting something new, which we're all being urged to do right now. Affirmation, I plant the seeds of my future in every present moment. I nourish my destiny with action and joyous expectations. Woohoo, yes we are. And these are gorgeous. So this is the backs, beautiful. And here, I mean, look at how exquisite this artwork. It's like soft but strong. It's beautiful. It's all oil paintings, opening heart. Well, I'll flip through, okay? Duality, clairvoyance, deep emotions, guide, the illuminated path. I mean, it's stunning. Hostilities, it's not all light and flood. Building your world, creation, expansion, networking. Hidden knowledge, Akashic Records, silent understanding. And look at all the animals. It's gorgeous. Healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. This is the cards that we got at the bonus reading right before. I love these cards. Twin Flames, Soul Partner, Eternal Connection. We then got, well, I think it's out of order. We had Tenderness, True Love, Compassion. I love this card. Wings of Light, Becoming Something New. You see a recurring message even on this. And it's going to friendship, support, fun, unity, play. We're all being carried on Winds of Light, being transformed, incorporating more of our higher self, becoming something new. We're planting those seeds. We're having new levels of support and unity. We've risen up with more love and compassion. Twin Flames. This is really a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. So this is Priestess of Light. Sandra and Taylor, Kimberly Weber did the oil paintings, but I just find there's a lot of tigers in here, like sensuality. So this is on the cover. This is actually on the cover of the deck. Sensuality, feminine wisdom, passion. But it's also like a strength, this loving strength. And I love this. Soul radiance, phoenix rising. I was saying we're all feeling like a phoenix rising at this time. And it's like stronger and incorporating more of your higher self, and each one planting the seeds where it's just so beautiful. Look at the colors in here. Wisdom, learning, joy, art, music. I love the colors. Harvest, gardening of blessings. So I won't go through every single one, but it really is brilliant beliefs. It really is a gorgeous deck. Portal. Infinite mind, miracles, ancient wisdom. It has an ancient field, also clarity. It also has such a feminine but strong but soft but abundance, fortune, wealth, plenty. Isn't that gorgeous? Maybe we should end it there. Achievement. It's really beautiful deck. It really is beautiful. Earth magic, fearlessness. Oh, I love this. Angelic assistance, divine guidance, loving support. It's really gorgeous. So we end it. Should I read you a little sample? I'll end it with angelic guidance. Why not? The affirmation, I'll just give you the affirmation. My life is filled with angelic power. I ask for their assistance and open up to their healing love. And that is beautiful. We have their loving support, which they have been saying over and over in every reading I do possible. So, well, there we go. And so this is the newest release from Sandra and Taylor, and the oil paintings were from Kimberly Weber. Beautiful. The Priestess of Light. It literally just came out. Yeah, so these are the 4 decks that I have with Sandra and Taylor. You can't go wrong with any of them. You really can't. They fill a gap of what other decks can't hit, especially these 2 with energy. The Akashic Tarot stands alone. It is so deep, so accurate. They all are. And the Priestess of Light is the gorgeous new release. And again, these three have 53 cards. This has 62. The guidebooks, I really do recommend going into the guidebooks. Well, you're going to have to, especially with that. But beautiful, whether it's affirmations or the Akashic Force. I mean, I love that. Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of her decks. You really cannot go wrong. And I literally, you see how many decks I have. I always keep her decks easy access. They're front and center. They're a go-to ever since I got them for years now, especially this one and these 2 I've had for quite a while. This is more recent. It just came out, and this is the latest one. But these 2 I've had for quite a really long time now, and consistently used. There's no other deck like the Akashic Tarot to tap into the Akashic Records, absolutely. And the energy to tap into the, and if you're into energy and you want to sense, besides that you do a tarot reading or you do an oracle reading, but you want to sense what is the energy around this, what's the energy affecting this, what's the energy of the week, what's the energy of the month. It's really accurate. And this could be a full reading on its own when it comes to quantum energy, because it has those suits. So you can get the consciousness, the spirit, the cycle, it had all those different suits. So when those cards come out, it gives a full reading. And even people, it was even people, cycle, consciousness, a spirit, event. So it was almost like a full reading on its own. So each deck is really interesting and different, which I really think is incredible. It definitely fills the gap of other decks that are not out. Like, I've never gotten another energy deck, and you see how many close-up reviews I have that addresses energy. Akashic Tarot, I do have Akashic oracles, but not a tarot, and not like this. And quantum energy, there's nothing else like it. And the Priestess of Light is just a gorgeous, gorgeous divine feminine energy, animals, archetypes, and really beautiful, and it really encompasses messages for now. That's what I thought was so brilliant about it. The Priestess of Light. It had me at hello. It had me at Priestess of Light. Okay, so this has been my deck collection of all Sandra and Taylor decks. If you want to see each and every card, I do have close-up reviews of each one. And yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with any one of these. So this has been my deck collection of Sandra and Taylor decks. Take care. Bye-bye.